color guard for tonight's game is composed of 4 students from the Junior ROTC program at the Waynesville Career Center. Performing as the commander of the guard and carrying the national flag is Cadet Major Sarah Ferguson. Performing as the right guard is Cadet Private First Class Enrica Holland. Carrying the Missouri State flag is Cadet Sergeant Major Selena Hedgepeth. And performing as the left guard is Cadet Private First Class Colin Romjay. Please remove your caps and place your right hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Waynesville Tiger basketball, the Tigers' final home game of the season. That's the #1 team in the state, according to the Missouri Basketball Coaches Association in Class 5. The Waynesville Tigers taking on the Class 4 #10 team in the state, the Hillcrest Hornets. I'm Mike Rawlings. Along with me tonight is Matt Johnson. Matt, not only are we a clash of #1 against #10, but an Ozark Conference battle. Right now, folks, you see in the background, we're honoring referee Larry Jacobson. He's refereeing his final high school basketball game tonight. Larry from Lebanon, Missouri, 41 years refereeing high school basketball here in the state. We want to send a big congratulations out to Larry. Thought maybe they might honor Larry. I didn't realize it was going to be that quick in the broadcast. Matt, heck of a ball game. The Tigers are 7-1 in Ozark Conference play. Hillcrest 6-1. Kickapoo setting at 6-1. Tigers win tonight. They're going to get a share of that conference title game, coming off a tough loss Friday night to the Kickapoo Chiefs.
Absolutely. We brought you that game here Friday night. Tigers fall just short, 57-56. Up and down the whole game, back and forth. Outstanding game of what could be a preview of a playoff game down the line come state tournament time.
We'd be getting all the way to the quarterfinals, I believe, before that would happen again. A lot of basketball to be played for both teams before that would possibly come to happen. Tigers are going to be playing their district up at House Springs starting Monday night. They're going to be taking on the winner of the House Springs Lebanon game, which will be taking place on Saturday. Tigers got a little more business to take care of. In addition to all that, they take on the #1 Class 4 team in the state Wednesday night, the Republic Tigers, a team they beat to win the Logan Rogers Field tournament in overtime, but they're going to travel down to Republic, and that is a very difficult place to play a basketball game.
Absolutely. As you see the Tigers being announced here, final home game for these seniors.
That's going to be Jerron Alexander.
5'10" senior guard. 6'7" senior guard, Kellyon Williams.
Javante Armstrong. There's the sophomore, Joe Johnson. Junior center, that's Juwan Morgan. Love watching those guys do the introduction. I think they've spent some time practicing on that, Matt.
I would believe you're right.
Probably a little bit orchestrated by another senior down there, Tim Green. Once again, if Tigers win tonight, they're going to finish the season with one loss in the Ozark Conference. The battle will be Friday night. Hillcrest takes on Kickapoo. I believe that game is going to be at Hillcrest. Folks, if you're out and about in the Lebanon area, run by Jacobson Appliance. Tell Larry congratulations on a 41-year career of blowing that whistle in stripes.
Tips up and it comes to Waynesville, so Waynesville will have the ball here to start the game. Joe Johnson takes control, brings the ball across half court.
Hillcrest sets up in a 2-3 zone. Tigers make that adjustment on offense.
Finds big Javante Armstrong. He kicks it back up top. That ball's going to be last touched by Waynesville, the referee's call, so it's going to be out of bounds. The ball go to Hillcrest.
We'll pile up in the middle. Look, if we were at the wrestling meet, Juwan would have picked up 2 points for a takedown there in the center of the lane. Tigers also in a little 2-3, but they're going to come out. They're going to stretch the defense out, trap the ball occasionally.
Ball goes inside. That's up and off the glass. No good. Shot right there by number 23, Darnell Green Beckham.
Brother of Mizzou wide receiver Doriel Green Beckham.
Joe Johnson,
From
long
downtown.
three. Talked about it Friday night. When Joe gets in the rhythm and gets his feet set, he's lethal from just about anywhere on the side of half court.
Well, you and Mickey on the air together Friday night. I'm making the fast trip back from Columbia. Kelly Williams puts it in for two. Fast trip back. I'm standing down with some people here on the end of the mezzanine and mentioned the same thing. I've been around Joe, coached him in junior high, and I tell you could tell when Joe lets go of it whether or not it's going in or not.
Juwan Johnson for three right there as Hillcrest cuts the lead, 5-3 here in the early action.
Juwan, a 5'11" senior for Hillcrest.
Javante Armstrong, nice little kiss off the glass right there. Javante Armstrong, we talked about Friday night, just looks like for the first time in a while, just seems to be moving a little quicker, a little healthy. Been dinged up off and on for a while. Really seems to be getting healthier, moving a little faster.
I know Coach Pills back in the preseason and in the practices before games had started. Javante was coming off that motorcycle accident last year and everything. Key was to get Javante ready for February, and that's exactly what has happened. He's played some tremendous games here late in the season.
Tigers working it around the outside. Jerron Alexander for three, no good. Ball's loose underneath. They're going to be.
Ooh, they're going to give it back to the Hornets.
Thought a Hornet was the last one to touch that. Referee
one of those
see it
three
differently.
that knocked it out. Excuse me, shouldn't say that.
Well, that's all right. We decided, Coach Murray and I decided Friday night that it is expected and or okay to be partisan as Channel 12 announcers. Long three off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes out to Green Beckham. Passes it around. Hillcrest not finding anything inside right now against that Tigers' own defense.
Darnell Green Beckham signed to play football at the University of Missouri next year.
Juwan Johnson that time not up.
It's going to hit the wire, and it's going to come back to the Tigers. While we have a second, we want to welcome all our viewers out in TV land on Channel 12 and the millions watching around the world on the World Wide Web. Our final broadcast here for Channel 12 this season.
That ball tipped out and stolen. That's Matt Rush quickly to the other end.
Got to be some mixed emotions, Matt, as Matt Rush scores and his father's sitting on the bench for the Waynesville Tigers.
Matt, a former Tiger himself. Matt signed a scholarship, play with Missouri State. Going to play a little football down at Missouri State. Juwan Morgan, nice little turnaround in the lane. 2 easy points. I'll take Juwan one-on-one in the lane all night long.
Yeah, that's a pretty good matchup for the Tigers. I know that's going to be a key coming into this game after talking to Coach Pills this morning. Trying to get the ball inside, trying to get Juwan to play a little bit more selfish of a game. He's tries to spread the ball out, move the ball around, but there's lots of times we need Juwan to just kind of take over and put some points on the board himself.
So you see number 4, Michael Thompson, checking into the game for Waynesville. Joe Johnson brings the ball across half court. Joe, a little drive in the lane, kicks it back outside. Michael Thompson has the ball on the far side. Tigers reset.
And we're going to get a foul.
Going to get number 14, Jordan Griffith, right there for his first.
Folks, if you're sitting there at home and have any questions for us or any comments you want to make about the game tonight, you'll want to send them in on your Twitter here, hashtag TigerTV12. Send us your questions, send us your comments. We've got assistant football coach and 8th grade basketball coach Carl Wilking right behind us. You got a question for Carl, send it in with that hashtag, and we'll get you an answer from Bull back here. And Bull is one of the newest members to the Twitter world, as he just signed up about an hour ago, has his own Twitter account. You want to follow the Channel 12 Twitter? Follow Bull. Follow the WHS track team if we're headed to spring sports.
Darnell Green Beckham picks up his first foul. Javante Armstrong had the chance for the conventional three-point play. Free throw doesn't go. Tigers get the rebound.
Oh, Matt, I thought we had our first going to register our first dunk on the dunk-o-meter there, but Juwan's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line.
It's going to be two on Darnell Green Beckham quickly here.
Did you enjoy that camera angle on the floor right behind the basket as Juwan's shooting the free throws, and that one's up and in. Extend that Tiger lead out to 8 points. The Tigers pick up with a little full court pressure. That time underneath, we're going to have Juwan Johnson. He gets down low, gets position, and gets the ball into the hole. Tigers swinging around. Hillcrest staying in the 2-3 zone. Kellyanne Williams for 3 off the back of the rim. Juwan Johnson pulls down the rebound. Hornets bring it down and set up in their offense. Steal there by Juwan Morgan. Takes it down the middle. He passes it out to Thompson, over to Johnson, and in for 2. Nice ball movement there for the Tigers, and we're going to have a timeout. The Hillcrest Hornets be a 30-second timeout right there by Coach John Schaefer. He wants to talk things over. He doesn't want it to get out of hand. The Tigers doing a good job moving the ball. You see head coach Chris Pills down there with his staff talking to the Tigers.
Well, the Tigers doing something here Friday night that we struggled with. Didn't get off to the quickest start Friday night.
Huge student Excuse me, Matt, I interrupted you there, but that's another huge student body shot there. Tigers have had some great, tremendous student crowds here over the last 3 or 4 games. I really like to see that. See a lot of pink up there in the crowd as it's pink out night.
So we're back to action. Loses the handle on it. Tigers come out of there with it. Joe Johnson.
Oh, we're going to have a foul.
Joe's going to be fouled.
I want to say a big hello to Chris Morgan. He's out there watching us, tweeting in on TigerTV 12 there with that hashtag. He's watching us up at the Residence Inn in Kansas City. You got to love the power of the internet there. Tim Wallace with grinning from ear to ear as those internet
Pass inside. Juwan
viewers
Morgan
are
kicks
going
it back
through the roof.
outside. Michael Thompson for
For
three.
three.
Tigers putting it on early here tonight. They're going to get Michael Thompson with a little reach there.
And man, I'm sitting back and watching the JV game, which the Tigers finish the season. I guess not finish the season. They'll play Republic, but finish the Ozark Conference JV season up with a win over Hillcrest. Seemed to be play was allowed to get rough inside, but a lot of touchy stuff on the outside. So it's going to kind of extend over here to the Varsities. A rebound by Javante Armstrong. The Tigers are going to hold it for one shot here. Spread the floor out.
But just didn't seem like Friday night the Tigers got off to the start that they wanted to against Kickapoo. Here tonight they've come out, been aggressive and quick early. Nice, crisp passes. Tigers taking control of this one early.
As they get into their triangle offense here, Thompson's going to have to move there. He moves the ball, going to have to stay out of the 5 count as we're hitting the 10-second mark, and you'll see the Tigers go into their offense.
Joe Johnson drives. He's going to
be a foul.
Going to get
4.4 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Going to get that on number 20. Deontay Clayton picks up that foul.
Tigers going to have to get a shot off quick, and they do. Nice inbounds to Juwan Morgan over to Javante Armstrong. The Tigers finish up the first quarter with a 20-7 lead. And Matt, while we have a moment, Matt, we've got a Waynesville sports update brought to you by the Channel 12 Facebook page. Channel 12 Facebook and TigerTV. You'll want to like the Channel 12 Facebook page for all your news that is news, Tiger style. Matt, I had the opportunity to go to state wrestling over the weekend, and we want to send out congratulations to a state champion at the 285-pound class, the heavyweight class, Jacob Semple. Jacob went up there, ran right through everybody. I got a chance to watch him in the championship match. Defeated Zai Ra from Nixa in the second round, pinned him. A very exciting match. Jacob, great kid there, state champion. 2 third places up there. Joey Bradford took 3rd. Isaiah Johnson also took 3rd. Chuck McNeil took 6th. So we ended up with 4 medalists. While we're talking about state wrestling, I want to send out a congratulations to former Tiger wrestling coach Jeff Davis, as his Park Hill squad won state this year as a team. And it was nice to see Jeff accept the trophy and with his Park Hill team. And I just want to wish Jeff and Omar Padilla up there coaching along with Jeff the best as they bring home a state championship. But
3
great
put
weekend.
Up that time, no good for Hillcrest. Juwan Morgan comes out of there, gets enough of a hand on it. Cedric Williams can corral it.
Lobs it inside. Oh! Oh, they're going to call a travel on Cedric. He got, instead of going straight back up, he tried to put it down, shuffled his feet. We almost had our first tally up on the dunkometer. A lot of work going on in that dunkometer. We're going to talk about that when we get a chance later on. A lot of technical work going into the dunkometer over the weekend. About 36 hours of extra time put in on that over the weekend.
And as long three goes up by Hillcrest again, but we're going to have a foul underneath. I think we're going to get Cedric Williams. No, I'm sorry. They're going to get Kelly on.
They're going to get Juwan.
Well, saw one referee signal one thing, one signal another, and it was neither of the two I saw.
That basket up and in. Juwan Johnson for Hillcrest. It's kind of confusing. Get Juwan Johnson for Hillcrest, Joe Johnson for Waynesville, and Juwan Morgan for Waynesville.
I like our guys over there, guys.
Well, I like our guys over there, guys, too. I think most of the people watching this broadcast like our guys over there, guys.
Tigers patiently working it around. We're going to get a reach right there. That's going to be number 22, Juwan Johnson.
See? That's why we like our guys over there, guys.
It's going to be his first, but it's going to be the 6th team foul already on Hillcrest. Ball comes into Cedric Williams quickly underneath. Juwan Morgan.
Juwan a little too deep on that. Little dipsy.
Yeah,
little dipsy doodle there.
Matt Rush to Green Beckham at the other end. Cuts the Waynesville lead to 9. Tigers lead here 20-11 with just over 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Oh, we're going to get a foul. That's going to be on Darnell Green Beckham.
That's going to be 3 on Green Beckham. Checking into the game for Hillcrest can be number 55, big C.J. Hubbard.
Matt, while we have a minute, we do have a Twitter question coming in. And our Twitter question from Chris Morgan is, do you think our zone will continue to give them trouble? Doesn't look like Hillcrest matches up well against our size. Do you think our zone will continue to give them trouble?
Well, I think so. There's not many teams we've seen this year that can handle the inside size. When you look at Juwan Morgan, Javante Armstrong, and Kellyon Williams. Now, Kickapoo did have the size to match up with us.
They did have some size to match up. I think the quickness of our guards out front, too, is give Hillcrest a little bit of problem here in the early going.
But there have not been many teams that could handle the inside. And right now, Hillcrest not having a ton of success from the outside. And as I say that, Brady Petrie, number 24, picks up his first 3 of the game. And we've seen that with the Tigers as well, as we're going to get number 55, C.J. Hubbard, with his first foul. Juwan Morgan will go to the line and shoot the 1-and-1.
I got a feeling Hubbard's in the game to pound on Juwan underneath, what it looks like. Juwan shooting the 1-and-1.
Hubbard's may have the body mass that Juwan has, but definitely doesn't have the height.
Well, Juwan gets him sealed behind with that height. He's either going to foul him or Juwan's going to pick up 2.
As Juwan hits the second one as well, pushes the Waynesville lead back to 10. Petrie passes off. Johnson.
Real close to a backcourt violation right there, Matt.
Well, but it's the position of the ball, not the defender's feet. Close, but so 3 will go up from the outside. Matt Rush, no good, but put back in underneath.
Tigers don't get anyone sealed. Don't get the seal off the glass there. And Hillcrest able to get the easy 2
Brady
on the offensive
Petrie
board.
Easily sneaks under. Joe Johnson drives, going to put up a little jumper in the lane, no good. Juwan Morgan gets a hand on it. Matt Rush corrals it, and back comes the Hillcrest Hornets.
Tigers with an 8-point lead here, 4:47 left here, quarter number 2.
So it's good to see Reggie Walker back in the game right now for the Tigers.
That's going to be Petrie again. And what once was a double-digit lead is now only 5.
May want to take another step out on Petrie.
You're right, Reggie trying to get back in the groove of things. The Tigers inbounds pass. Pass inside goes out of bounds. Petrie again. This time kind of rushed it a little bit.
Rebound inside comes to Jerron Alexander. And Joe Johnson quickly brings it down to the other end. Had Juwan Morgan open underneath for a split second. Don't think Joe could see him underneath there. Juwan gets it underneath there.
He's going to get fouled as he brings it up. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2 while we got a second. Want to send out a big hello to Tiger fan Scott Kempen watching us on Channel 12 tonight. We're waiting to hear maybe getting a Twitter question from Scooter there, but we haven't got one yet. Follow him at #Scooter.
As Javante Armstrong checks back into the game for Waynesville. Juwan's good on the second. 26-19, Waynesville Tigers lead. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Matt Rush that's Juwan Johnson directing traffic for the Hillcrest Hornets. Ball comes across. Matt Rush really close to that line. Juwan Johnson no good, but Matt Rush with the rebound. Hillcrest having a hard time hanging on to it. This time Juwan Johnson's going to go to the lane. No good, and Juwan Morgan comes out with the rebound. Ball all the way down. Kellyon Williams puts up the 3, no good. Rebound inside goes to Hubbard. Petrie passes it off for Hillcrest. Going to get Juwan right there with the body. It's going to be Juwan's second. So we see checking into the game for Hillcrest, number 5, that's going to be Sean Clark. Hillcrest to inbound underneath their own goal. Drive, shot goes up, no good. Hubbard's got it inside, turns back around. Javante Armstrong there and gets a hand on it. Petrie way outside, no good. And here comes Kellyon Williams and the Waynesville Tigers. Jerron thinks about the 3, brings it back across. Joe will take it.
The 3 and hits it.
Joe's feet are set, and he pops the net.
I was just about to say he made it before it went in. I thought I better let it go in first, but Joe was squared up there and in rhythm.
Petrie with the rebound underneath, spins and goes off the glass for 2. Joe gives off to Jerron Alexander on the near side. Back up top, Juwan Morgan finds Kellyon on the far. Joe Johnson looks to drive, finds Jerron. Jerron's going to put up the 3. It's long and no good.
It's going to go out of bounds.
C.J. Hubbard thought about touching it and decided better of it, let it go, and Hillcrest will bring it down the floor. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Waynesville Tigers leading by 8. Petrie drives, pulls up in the lane. Petrie gone on a little run here for the Hillcrest Hornets. Kellyon Williams drives, dishes out. Joe Johnson directing traffic. A little high-low here. Got the matchup he wanted inside. That's going to be on Juwan Johnson. I believe that's going to be his 3rd personal as well. No, I'm sorry, that's just 2 on Juwan. Juwan Morgan goes to the line. He's up and good with the first. Tigers not giving Juwan anything easy inside. It looks like they just as soon foul him and let him shoot free throws.
And I think a lot of people, if you've got some depth, that's exactly the way they're going to attack Juwan inside.
Juwan Johnson drives. They're going to call the block right there. They're going to get Javante Armstrong for the block. It looked to me like Javante's feet were set. Referee sees otherwise. It's going to be his first fourth team foul, but Juwan Johnson's going to go to the line and shoot two. Juwan shooting 78% from the free throw line. Juwan Johnson, that is, on the season. And he misses on the first. Makes the second.
Tiger lead at 7 as we're getting to the minute mark here.
Joe Johnson brings
Tigers
it across.
are going to spread things out again.
Tigers look to hold it and run this last minute off the clock. Take the last shot here of the quarter.
Hillcrest just going to be content to back up, let the time run off the clock.
Hillcrest comes out and picks up defense. Give it to Joe Johnson. Joe takes the screen off Juwan Morgan. Tigers just passing it around the front. So we're at 12 seconds and we go.
And now we're at 10.
Kellyon Williams tips it.
And we're going to get a backcourt violation.
That's going to give Hillcrest the ball. 3.9 seconds to play.
Tigers holding on to that 7-point lead.
Cedric Williams checks into the game for Juwan. No sense in picking up a third foul here.
Right. Move Kellyon out front. Try to get a hand right there. And they're going to match up with, looks like Juwan Johnson down low with Joe Johnson. And they're going to get the foul.
Michael Thompson, I believe.
I believe it's going to be Cedric.
Is it Cedric Williams? You're correct.
1.2 left.
That's going to send number 14, Jordan Griffith, to the line. He'll shoot three.
Remember back Friday night in the Kickapoo game, Cedric picked up a foul right at the end of first half also.
It's the second, one more upcoming. 1.2 ticks left on the clock. And he hits the third as well. Cuts the Waynesville lead to 4. We're going to get a foul quickly.
Don't understand that
Not
from Hillcrest.
a smart
I don't
play
get
for
that
Hillcrest.
at all.
With 1.2 seconds.
And Joe's going to go to the free throw line. There's no time on the clock right now. Joe Johnson will.
Well, there's 1.2 seconds. You're not going to get Waynesville's most likely not even going to get a dream shot off.
Well, you're gonna probably get something from three-quarter court.
And instead, you send Joe to the line to shoot 2 with no time on the clock.
So a couple plays at the end of that ball's in and out. Couple plays here at the end of the first half. Couple fouls that neither team wanted, and they're going to put 0.2 seconds on the clock.
Number 3, Matt Rush checks back into the game for Hillcrest. Joe at the line, set for his second. It's on the way. It's good.
Don't believe that shot would have counted because you can't get a shot off with less than 0.3 seconds. But Hillcrest shoots the desperation up, and it doesn't go in. The Tigers go into halftime with a 32-27 lead over the Hillcrest Hornets. 10-minute halftime, and we'll be right back at you for second half action.
First half scoring for Hillcrest: Rush 2, Griffin 3, Johnson 8, Cotton 2, Hilton 12. For Waynesville, Williams 2, Thompson 3, Armstrong 6, Warren 10, Johnson 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for second half action here between the number 1 team in the state of Missouri in Class 5, the Waynesville Tigers. Number 10 team in the state of Missouri in Class 4, the Hillcrest Hornets. The Tigers are up 32-27. Matt, halftime scoring.
Leading the way for the Hillcrest Hornets is Petrie. Scores with 12 points. Juwan Johnson with 8. Jordan Griffith with 3. Coming out for the Waynesville Tigers, Joe Johnson leads all scores with 11. Juwan has 10. Javante with 6. And Michael Thompson has 3 for the Tigers. As Kellyon Williams looks to put 3 more on his total, but nope. Tips out, and Juwan Morgan's going to put 2 more on his total. Must have heard me say that Joe had him by a point, and Juwan wanted to quickly get that back.
Tigers come out 1-3-1 zone. We've seen this the second half from the Tigers quite a bit.
Long 3 goes up for Juwan Johnson. Just like that, we've got us a 4-point game.
Kellyon Williams all the way to the hole, misses, but gets his own rebound, puts it back in.
Correction at the basket to Javante Armstrong on the putback.
Juwan Johnson thinks about the 3, not there. Green Beckham puts it up and in for 3.
And I believe that's the first 3 for Green Beckham. We haven't seen him pull up from the outside like that tonight, Matt. Hillcrest cuts the lead to 3. Little high-low game. Nice pass back, and we're going to get the foul. We've seen that high-low game where Javante comes up during that 2 game, drops it back in to Juwan. We hadn't seen Juwan give it back with Javante cutting like that.
Nice little play there. Petrie's going to pick up the foul. It's going to be his second first team foul for Hillcrest here in the second half. And Javante a little short on the first one. Javante at the line, has the ball, second shot's on the way. That one's going to be a little long, but we've got a lane violation against Javante Armstrong, so Hillcrest will take the ball out of bounds on the turnover. Tigers pick up a little pressure. Hillcrest brings the ball across. Juwan Johnson up and out, no good. Rebound inside comes to Juwan Morgan.
Got the floater up a little bit too much movement forward. Couldn't quite control the distance. Joe Johnson, turnaround off the front. Rebound, Juwan Morgan. He puts it right back in.
Green Beckham again from the outside. That one doesn't go, but ball's tipped away on the pass. We're going to get Kellyon Williams with the reach.
Folks, once again, we're trying to get the hashtag TigerTV 12 trending. So send us in your questions or your comments.
Petrie from way outside, no good. Rebound comes to Joe Johnson. Kellyon Williams quickly down to the other end. Thinks better of it, slows things down. Joe Johnson will set the offense for the Tigers. Comes into the lane, little floater will go.
Basket by Brady Petrie.
Petrie picks up 2 more as we've reached that point in the evening where it's time for me to tell Sophie and Tessa and Paige good night. Daddy loves you. I'll be home in a little bit.
And if we mention, oh, we have our first dunk, Matt, on the dunkometer. Oh, my. Juwan Morgan as the dunkometer's going crazy.
We've got another question here for you coming across Twitter. Juwan Morgan with a little hand on that one, deflects the shot up and off the glass, and Javante Armstrong catches it.
Question has just been asked. Hillcrest has enough players to continue to give Juwan all those fouls. They've got a lot of people sitting over on that bench, Matt. I don't know how many are going to see action or are capable of doing that to Juwan, but I'm feeling the point they're at right now, they're going to try to keep putting a body on Juwan everywhere he goes.
Well, and with the exception of a couple players, we're going to get Javon Alexander there. Jerron reaches in, picks up the foul. Petrie scores 2. Going to get the shot at the conventional three-point play here. Petrie misses. Juwan gets the rebound. I think with the exception of a couple players, as that pass goes high and off the hands of Javante Armstrong, Hillcrest is willing to give fouls to a lot of guys, and I think they'll keep coming after Juwan. I don't think you'll see a couple key players being the one picking up the fouls.
2 trips down for the Tigers, a couple errant passes. Hillcrest a chance to tie this thing up with a 3.
Green Beckham inside quickly to Matt Rush, but that ball's blocked.
Green Beckham waited, gave Kellyanne Williams a chance to come over and get position for the block.
Joe dribbling through 4 different Hornets on that last play.
Joe for 3. It's good. Tigers extend the lead to 6. We're going to have a full timeout by Coach Chris Bills. As official comes over to talk to Coach Bills. Not sure exactly what that was about. Matt, Coach Bills wasn't calling that timeout to talk to the official. He made it a point to come over and talk to him.
Not sure on that one either.
Did you see Coach Jeff Schaefer there at Hillcrest Hornets? There you see your Tigers and that huge student crowd here tonight at the high school. Cheerleaders to the side, a lot of action going here. You had a chance to see before the game, Channel 12 showing the video of the future cheerleaders. Always a big night at the high school, and the future cheerleaders come down and perform for the crowd. I know they go over, they practice. This is the first year I haven't got to actually watch a little bit of practice. They go to East Elementary, they go to Freedom Elementary, and they do a lot of hard work with Shauna Smith and her coaching staff and her cheerleaders, and get all those kids in the gym and teach them some cheers. And one thing's always been true about that. The future is bright for the cheerleaders here at Waynesville. And that future cheerleading program is a great program.
Well, and didn't seem like that long ago that Taylor Rawlings was one of the future cheerleaders out there, now member of the cheerleading squad and helping lead all those little cheerleaders.
Oh, we're going to get a foul in the body there. I believe that's going to be on Kellyanne Williams.
Foul is on Kellyanne Williams. It's his first. 13 foul. At the free throw line, Juwan Johnson.
Juwan Johnson goes to the line. He'll shoot 2. Up and good with the first. That's the Waynesville lead to 5, 43-38 with just under 2.5 to play here in the third quarter. Second one goes as well, and we've got a 4-point game.
Looking to go that high-low game. It's not there. They're going to catch a foul inside as they're going to foul Juwan Morgan instead of letting him go up for two. The Tigers are inbound underneath their own basket.
Juwan Johnson gets up and gets a hand on that one to knock it way into the backcourt, but Juwan Morgan hustles back, gets the control of it. Matt Rush picks up Joe Johnson.
They're going to get a 5-second call on Joe. I thought he had broke the contact there, but Hillcrest defender did a good job of staying within that 5 feet range.
Well,
Tigers turn it over.
Matt Rush definitely quick. Able to go right with Joe. Gets the 5-second call. Petrie to the other end. A little stop and pop, and that's going to pick up 2 there, and we've got us a 2-point game.
Here's your high-low game. It gets back into Juwan Morgan.
Doesn't
he goes
give
up.
it
He's going to
that
get
time.
fouled.
Juwan Johnson going to pick up the foul.
Juwan Johnson didn't think he had to foul. And look, from here, he got him on the arm.
His third.
It's going to be the 3rd foul on Juwan Johnson.
That'll send Juwan Morgan to the line. Juwan Morgan will shoot 2. Juwan up and good with the first. Second one goes as well.
Mentioned last time we were on the air together, Matt. These guys come in. It's an every morning deal. They're in here 6:45 as soon as they can get to school, shooting free throws before school. Part of the game when you've got a little bit of time, you can come in, get some extra practice on. Pays off in the long run.
3 up and good for Green Beckham. 1-point game, under a minute to play here in the 3rd.
We're at the 50-second mark. Tigers aren't going to hold the ball here. It looks like they're going to go for a score. Javante Armstrong.
And there's
backdoor. Joe with a nice little easy pass.
Well, and there's that advantage of the height we talked about earlier versus Hillcrest. Javante just able to get up and take it to a whole nother height that Hillcrest can't defend on a little give and go like that.
Now Hillcrest is going to hold for the last shot here.
Petrie drives. Petrie goes down the lane, puts up the floater, no good, but rebounded by Hillcrest. They're going to get one shot at it. Matt Rush off the glass.
And it's going to be off. No good. And the Tigers are going to go in the finish of the 3rd quarter with a 47-44 lead. And Matt, here we are between quarters. It's time for another Waynesville Sports Update brought to you by the Channel 12 Facebook page. Channel 12 Facebook and TigerTV. You're going to want to like the Channel 12 Facebook page. You know who likes the Channel 12 Facebook page?
Coach Carl Wilking.
Coach Carl Wilking likes the Channel 12 Facebook page, along with track coach Gary Schultz liked the Channel 12 Facebook page today. Talked about basketball and where we're headed to Tigers. One more regular season game as they travel to Republic on Wednesday night. But districts next week, both the Tigers and Lady Tigers are seated number 1 in their district at House Springs. They're both going to draw a bye. Both are going to play the winner of the Lebanon House Springs playing games on Saturday night. That's how they're going to finish up the season. We hope we see a lot of you make that trip to House Springs, support the Tigers in district action. And Matt, also starting next week, spring sports kicks off. It's got us busy getting ready for the track season out here. New facility, new track.
I think we may need a week of solid prep time as
we need some of that. We put some lots of new things around the track, and we're going to give it a little plug here. If you want to see some of the new track areas, some of the things that are being built, you're going to want to follow the Tiger Track Twitter account at WHS Track Team. join us. There's pictures on there of some of the new facilities. Be a good chance of seeing what's coming up this spring with the Tiger track team.
Michael Thompson gets the steal quickly down to the other end. Feeds up Juwan.
Oh, he's going to get fouled. Just can't get the basket to go.
Not sure. They're going to get that number 14, Jordan Griffith, with his second foul. It's going to be fourth team foul. Juwan Morgan will go to the line and shoot 2 once more.
Also kicking off this spring will be golf, boys tennis, boys golf,
Tiger baseball,
girls soccer. A lot, you know, as the seasons change, the sports change here at Waynesville. Lots of opportunities to come out and support these student athletes here at Waynesville High School. Big news we can talk about, Matt. The Ozark Conference track meet is going to be hosted here at Waynesville at the new facility on May the 7th. Love to see you all out to support the Tigers and Lady Tigers at the Ozark Conference track meet.
Juwan Johnson puts up the runner. That'll go.
Not sure Juwan Johnson thought he had enough on that the way he rushed in for the rebound.
No, he followed his shot quickly, but it cleanly was in. Tigers lead by 3. Killian Williams gives off to Joe Johnson. Javante Armstrong sets the screen up top, and we're going to get a foul there. It's going to be number 3, I believe, on number 14, Jordan Griffith.
The Tigers are going to inbound. That's going to be number 4 on number 24.
That's going to be Brady Petrie, their top scorer right now, picking up his 4th foul. Petrie stays in the game. Kellyon Williams goes underneath. Juwan Morgan.
You can't guard Juwan by fronting him if you're not bigger than he is. They're going to throw over the top every time and be successful with it.
Matt Rush backs it out for the Hornets. Passes it across. Johnson looks to drive. Gives off to Griffith. Griffith back to Johnson. Griffith drives, finds Rush. Rush goes to Petrie underneath. Petrie.
He's going to, oh.
Wow.
Wow, he traveled before that, and it was obvious out there in front of everybody. And they're going to give him the basket and the foul. Send him to the line.
Going to be the second on Javante, but as you mentioned, clearly a travel before. They're going to give Petrie the 2, and he'll shoot the 3rd point here. He hits the free throw. Cuts the Waynesville lead back to 2 as Michael Thompson brings it quickly across the half-court line for the Tigers. Goes inside, kicked out. Michael Thompson hits
for
the
3.
Kellyon
Williams gets back on defense, gets a hand on it, knocks it out. Hillcrest's going to keep the ball.
Nice move, though, of Kellyon to collapse quickly inside on that. Be there to get a hand on it. Hillcrest looks to go underneath.
Oh! Juwan gets the block, but on his follow-through, I think he made contact, and that's what the foul's going to be.
Going to be the 3rd foul on Juwan Morgan as Juwan Johnson goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's up and good with the 1st. And hits the second as
We're
well.
going to get a timeout by Hillcrest. They've closed the gap again to 3, 54-51. Tigers extend that lead out, Matt, and Hornets just will not go away.
Well, they didn't get to be a 6-1, 7-1 conference team by falling out and giving up. Definitely talking about top 10 team here in Class 4. Hillcrest is a quality team. Definitely not letting the Tigers just go away with it. Seems like each time the Tigers start to push the lead, Hillcrest claws back little by little. Definitely don't want to let a team like Hillcrest hang around and be within a bucket or two in the final minute of the game, though. Juwan Morgan inbounds to Michael Thompson. Goes across to Joe Johnson. Here comes the Waynesville Tigers. 5:38 and we roll here in the fourth quarter. Michael Thompson gives off to Juwan Morgan down at this end. Kelly on Williams looking. Gives it back up top to Juwan. Look to set up maybe a little of the high-low. As we're going to have
they're going to say that's off Juwan.
Juwan Johnson gets in there and gets a hand on it. Say Juwan Morgan touched it last, so Hillcrest will gain possession.
Don't believe Coach Pills agreed with that call.
Hillcrest comes all the way across. Green Beckham has the ball. That ball's taken away. Tigers 2-on-1, and Joe Johnson goes up and off the glass. Hillcrest quickly down to the other end as Petrie brings the ball down. Rush with the turnover.
Joe Johnson is going to get fouled.
Going to get Matt Rush with that call. It's going to be his first, 6th team foul for Hillcrest. Joe Johnson will go to the line, shoot 2. Joe rattles around the first, does not fall.
We're going to get a full timeout by the Tigers.
So as we got this timeout, 4:45 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Want to say a big thanks to our Channel 12 crew tonight under the direction of Tim Wallace, the district programmer here for Channel 12. Students bringing you all the angles. As you look there, you see the team in the huddle. Student section up and down the court, above from below. Just an outstanding job this Channel 12 crew does tonight. Want to thank our cameramen and women, Melody Gratz, Dwayne May, Bailey Holt, Ty Leatherberry, Dylan Lorenzen, Bradley Poole, Andrew Abram, and Reagan Garby bringing you the action here tonight, again under the direction of Tim Wallace. Outstanding program. Hate to think about it, but this is our final Channel 12 broadcast for the year. We'll be away from you until football season this fall.
Seems like yesterday we were kicking off football season on Channel 12 here at the new Tiger Stadium. I'm going to tell you, watching 2 number 1 seeds in the Lady Tigers and the Tigers, it's going to be one of those deals. We're not going to be on Channel 12, folks. I think it's going to be well worth your trip to go watch these teams play as the season keeps going.
Little floater won't go, pulled down by Juwan Morgan. Joe Johnson quickly to the other end, and we're going to get a little hands-on call. Going to get Matt Rush with his second. That's going to send Joe to the line. He'll shoot the 1-and-1. Joe up and good with the first. Joe at the line. Second one on the way, and that one will go as well. So we're going to have number 5, Sean Clark, checking back into the game for Hillcrest as Matt Rush takes a seat over on the bench.
Clark, just a freshman for the Hornets.
Petrie brings the ball across, gives to Johnson. Petrie with the long 3, and it's up and good. As Coach John Shaper is going to take the 30-second timeout for Hillcrest. Oh, I'm sorry, full timeout for Hillcrest. Waynesville leading by 5 here, getting ready to get the ball.
We have 5 more timeouts between the two teams. Matt, this fourth quarter may take a while.
I didn't bring any snacks.
And the concession stand's closed.
They better not call all of these timeouts.
Folks, if you're sitting there at home and have some extra snacks laying around the house, you might want to run them down here to Matt Johnson to get him through this fourth quarter. I bet Scott Kempen's got some snacks at the house. He might bring you some snacks.
Well, but by the time he got here, I might not be hungry anymore.
Well, are you going to find something to eat between now and then?
Well, no, but I might just lose my hunger.
I bet Scott Kempen brings you a snack down here. You're going to eat it.
Well, now, if Scott drives all the way down here, I would eat the snack.
I want to say a big hello out there to assistant girls basketball coach Mickey Murray, watching us on his iPhone as they come back from Joplin tonight.
All the wonders of technology. Hillcrest picks up a little full court pressure as Michael Thompson quickly to the other end. Juwan
Morgan with another dunk for the Dunkometer.
And the Dunkometer spins once more. Michael Thompson with the assist there. Juwan Johnson puts up the 3 for Hillcrest. That's up and good. Joe Johnson brings the ball across for the Tigers. Joe drives in the lane. Looks like he might pass off to Killian. Puts it back up top to Michael Thompson. Thompson to hand to Killian. We're going to get a little hands-on foul. I believe we're going to get Darnell Greenbeckham. Nope. Sorry, they're going to catch Matt Rush, number 3, with that. That's going to be his 3rd foul. It's going to send Kelly on to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 as we see number 5, Sean Clark, checking back in for the Hillcrest Hornets.
We must have had a correction earlier because I thought Matt Rush had already picked up his 3rd foul, but
Kellion's good on the first. Kellyon hits the second as well. Greenbeckham inbounds. Ball in the hands of Petrie. Goes inside. Looks to drive. Got 3 Tigers right there. And they're going to call the foul. They're going to say Kellyon Williams reached on in and got him on the arm.
Kellyon come from behind there. Hey, he knew he got him on the arm. Probably a foul Kellyon didn't need to commit there because Griffin kind of got himself in trouble.
As number 3, Matt Rush, checks back into the game for Hillcrest.
Kind of got to think maybe the Hillcrest Hornet coaching staff thought Matt Rush had 4-2 to pull him out in that situation and then turn around and get him back in that quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I like you, I thought that was Matt's 4th. They announced it as his 3rd, but may have had an adjustment somewhere along the line that we did not get. Tigers lead by 4, under 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. handsy out front.
Juwan Morgan, the dunk-o-meter one more time. He takes it to the hole and puts it home, and the dunk-o-meter goes up to 3.
Sets a new Channel 12 record with that. First time in Channel 12 dunk-o-meter history that we've had 3 dunks by the same guy in the night.
Would that be considered a hat trick? As that foul is going to be called on Juwan Morgan. That's going to be his 4th.
Petrie at the line.
Can't
Rattles
get that
the
one to
first one
fall. Pulled
around,
out there
does
by
not
Javante
go.
Armstrong.
We're going to get Juwan Johnson with that foul.
That's going to be his 4th. Student body must have got a little too excited over there as Joshua E. Scott, Director of Misha Activities here for the Waynesville School District, has to step in.
Sean Clark, number 5, checking back into the game as Matt Rush takes a seat. Looks like a little maybe offensive, defensive substitution going on with Clark and Rush. Second free throw will go as well as the Tigers have opened up the lead a little bit here on the Hillcrest Hornets. Juwan Johnson looks to drive, this time going all the way underneath, but Killian Williams gets a hand on it. And that's going to be all she wrote for Juwan Johnson. That's going to be final 5. Juwan Johnson will take a seat. He'll be done for the evening. Matt Rush, number 3, checking back into the game for Hillcrest. Juwan Morgan will go to the line in the double bonus now, so Juwan shoot 2 free throws. Tigers be shooting 2 from here on out.
Johnson getting out of the game takes a huge offensive threat away from the Hillcrest Hornets.
Still have the shooter and Petrie out there for Hillcrest, but definitely Petrie hasn't shown the ability to drive and pull up. Petrie more of a set shooter.
Petrie also with 4 fouls.
As he puts up a long 3, not even close.
Oh.
Rebounded Green Beckham. Darnell Green Beckham picks up
the Hillcrest
3
Hornets.
Far side. We're going to get that full timeout. I hope Mr. Kempin's on the way with my snacks.
We want to say a big thank you out to one of our viewers out there watching us on the internet, Chris Morgan. He's been sending in some tweets here to us at hashtag TigerTV 12 on Twitter. Chris has had the opportunity to watch football, basketball, and wrestling over the internet. He wanted to send a big thank you out to Tim Wallace and his crew at Channel 12. Hashtag Tiger
Hashtag
TV.
Tiger TV 12.
Yes, just Tiger TV 12. As we went twittering there. I'm glad that we're doing that later in the game and not earlier, because we wouldn't be trending right now worldwide.
All right, we come back to action. 2 minutes in we go here in the 4th quarter. Kellyon Williams has the ball. He drives for the Tigers. Brings it across half court. Tigers looking to take some time off this clock right now. Kellyon Williams down the middle of the lane, puts it up and in.
We've got a technical foul on the Tigers for touching the ball as it went through the basket. You know, man, it's wow. I think I'm just not even going to comment. It's been a battle over on that sideline for Coach Pills tonight, and I'm not sure that I don't know. Sometimes I think it's best to put your whistle in your mouth and call the basketball game and maybe wear a couple of earplugs. And
Jordan Griffith hits both free throws. Hillcrest will take possession on the technical foul as Petrie goes in the lane. He goes up and off the glass for 2. Petrie cuts the Waynesville lead to 5. Underneath, Javante Armstrong, no good, but he's going to be fouled as he tries to go right back up with it.
I believe that's going to be Matt Rush.
It's going to be his 4th for sure this time. Javante Armstrong a little long on the first one. Second free throw upcoming. That one's just slightly short.
125. The Tigers hold on to a 5-point lead.
Petrie, a little runner off the glass again. Cuts the Waynesville lead to 3 as Michael Thompson, nice little move to get some space there against Sean Clark. And now they're going to get Clark with the foul.
Thompson will be going to the free throw line.
As Sean Clark just shoves Michael Thompson. Referee saw it, says something to him, but no technical foul called.
Wow.
If you're going to call the technical foul on Kelly on touching the ball in the cylinder.
And he did. He just comes across there and shoves Michael, and the referee just talks about it.
Wow.
Does nothing.
As Coach Schaefer pulls Sean Clark out of the game.
Well, he had to after he almost had to after that because it. Wow.
Petrie, a little spin move into the lane, and Petrie picks up 2 more. Right now, Tiger defense not finding an answer for Petrie. That ball's loose underneath, but Javante Armstrong
up and in,
count the
and
basket.
He's going to go to the free throw line.
Javante, nice job right there to go up strong and finish the shot.
And notice, not a Hillcrest Hornet gets close to Javante to push him.
No. No, they do not. Probably in their best interest and health. Javante a little short on the first, but Kellyon Williams, what a big rebound.
Kellyon, the only Tiger underneath there. Javante underneath, puts it up and in. The Tigers extended out to 6.
.30 seconds to play. Petrie, that time, long 3, won't
They're
go.
all over Juwan, and he's going to get the foul. 26 seconds left. Tigers up 6. Juwan Morgan going to the free throw line.
Third foul on Jordan Griffith, but Juwan Morgan going to come to the other end and shoot some free throws. Juwan.
First one in and out.
In and out on the first.
One huge, just gets it to a 3-possession game. That one's up and in.
Hillcrest loses a handle on it, and
that's going to be off. That's going to be off the foot of Michael Thompson.
Just under 20 seconds, 19.2 on the clock. Waynesville holding on to a 7-point lead.
They're going to, Kellion's got some, appears that Kellyon Williams is bleeding. Coach Bill's going to get the timeout. That'll get Kellyon cleaned up, get him back in the ball game. And we still do not see Scott Kempen with your snacks.
No, and we're just about out of time. Of course, this full timeout will slow it down a little bit. Now, I did park at the far end of the parking lot, so if he wants to meet me somewhere in between.
I think once the game's over, and Scott Kempen can just go on home. You can get your snacks when you get home.
Well, now, my mercy. I knew this was somehow going to result in me not getting snacks.
Did you see the Tiger faithful right there? I think they're feeling it. 7-point lead.
Well, talk about the last couple trips down the floor in the play of Javante Armstrong. Go in, take the foul, make the shot, go to the free throw line, and then quickly back up underneath. Next possession under Javante Armstrong, like we talked about earlier, just seems a little more healthy, a little more strong than we saw him maybe throughout the beginning and middle of the season. Really paying dividends for the Tigers.
Well, and Javante's the guy that the Tigers are going to need as this season progresses. And we're going to have a timeout, Hillcrest. 15 seconds left here in the ball game. Tigers up 77-72. Got to believe right here. Got to believe right here, as soon as that ball's inbounded, the Hornets are going to be fouling and putting the Tigers on the free throw line. We want to thank Scott Kempen for getting your snack down here. He doesn't want to pay the admission price to come in here and bring it to you, but he's waiting for you in the parking lot out here. Hope it wasn't something that needed to be kept warm. It's kind of chilly outside. It may, your snack may get cold.
Well, the weather is definitely taking a turn for the cold after such a beautiful week last week.
Possible some weather coming in this week. Winter's not over yet, Matt.
Nah, in my mind it is. I don't believe the Weather Channel. I think it's going to be cool. I'm not believing that dirty S word that they're saying. The student section is fired up. 15.2 ticks on the clock here as we come back to action. Joe Johnson has it quickly.
Matt Rush is going to pick up his 5th foul now.
Matt Rush will take a seat as his evening will be done, and Joe Johnson's going to take the walk to the other end of the floor where he'll shoot 2.
Up and good for Joe. Hillcrest Hornets with no timeouts left here in the ball game. So a made basket on this end. Tigers going to run some clock right there, just trying to get the ball back inbounds. And that one's up and good
Joe
again.
Johnson going to pick up a little pressure just to burn a little time as Hillcrest comes across half court. Petrie's going to drive the lane. It's up and out, no good.
Gillion to the other end, and he pulls it out.
Oh!
And the Tigers, co-conference champs guaranteed, and it's depending on what happens on Friday night in Springfield. The Tigers have to sit around and wait to see if a conference title is theirs outright. The Tigers win 79-72 tonight. We want to thank everyone out there for watching tonight, watching all year. We appreciate your support. We will see you again next fall for Tiger football. For Matt Johnson, this is Mike Rawlings. We hope everyone has a good evening.